I want you to be afraid of ends and beginnings. I want you to be afraid of death and of living. I want you to be afraid of yourself and each other. I want you to be afraid of your daughter, your mother. I want you to be afraid of things you can't see. I want you to be afraid of technology. I want you to be afraid of venturing far. I want you to be afraid of staying where you are. I want you to be afraid of every man on the street. I want you to be afraid of every stranger you meet. I want you to be afraid of letting things go. I want you to be afraid of all you don't know. I want you to be afraid of sex and of pleasure, of ending up alone or being worse off together, of showing that you care, of feelings you can't share. I want you to be afraid of falling behind. I want you to be afraid of speaking your mind. I want you to be afraid your youth's being wasted. I want you to be afraid of food you haven't tasted. I want you to be afraid of nuclear bombs. I want you to be afraid of not being asked to prom. I want you to be afraid you're looking like you're lazy. I want you to be afraid that you might be going crazy. I want you to be afraid of murder and of rape. I want you to be afraid of bruises and of scrapes. I want you to be afraid of yelling and swearing. I want you to be afraid of diseases and sharing. I want you to be afraid. Want you to be afraid. I want you to be afraid. Are you scared yet? Are you scared yet? I want you to be afraid of addicts and drugs. I want you to be afraid of infections and hugs. I want you to be afraid of criminals and crime. I want you to be afraid of pain and of time. I want you to be afraid of finishing last. I want you to be afraid of running out of cash. I want you to be afraid of people who don't look like you. Afraid you'll be replaced. Afraid that something's chasing you. I want you to be afraid of ugliness and hotties. I want you to be afraid of women and their bodies. I want you to be afraid you look too stupid or too smart. I want you to be afraid of culture and art. I want you to be afraid when nothing is scary. I want you to feel ashamed. I want you to be wary, cause things may be okay for now, but that won't last at all. Sure, you're standing in one place for now, but soon enough you'll fall. And most of all, I want you to be afraid of everything and everyone. Most of all, I want you to be afraid